Hello guys, how you doing? Okay, so this is the witness. Today we want to talk about Chrissy Teigen. Well, I don't know if you guys heard, she had a miscarriage. Remember that in this podcast we were talking about Ghislaine Maxwell, Chrissy Teigen, the relationship they had with Jeffrey Epstein, and some people are very hardcore. They're very harsh online. They say, oh, you remember the pizza gate, remember the pedophile tweet that you sent out, and maybe that's a payback. I cannot look at it like that. We have to keep Christy Teigen in our prayer, or whatever. We have to wish her well, because she's going through a tough time. But I understand some of the tweets that are a little bit against her. Not all of them, some of them. What I'm going to do in this video, I'm going to go to a video that shows what the unfortunate miscarriage that Chrissy Teigen had and the pain that the family is going through. And then after that, I'm going to discuss what I think could be hypocritical, what I think is genuine, and how we should look at this in the context of all of pedophilia and how she was talking about kids. You know, I know it's tough to do that, but I think it's legit to do that. It's a legit thing to do that. So hold on, let me show you the video.
Legend have just revealed they lost their baby after pregnancy complications. The sad news led to an outpouring of love and support for Chrissy and John on social media. But the couple has also received backlash from the cruel trolls who are shaming Chrissy for being so outspoken about her pregnancy loss. Keep watching to find out just how heartless social media can be. On Wednesday, September 30th, Chrissy Teigen shared a series of heartbreaking photos on her Instagram and revealed that she had suffered a pregnancy loss. The black and white photos show Chrissy in hospital bed crying and saying goodbye to her baby son while husband John Legend comforts her. The photos were accompanied by an equally poignant caption that read, "We are shocked and in the kind of deep pain you only hear about, the kind of pain we've never felt before. We were never able to stop the bleeding and give our baby the fluids he needed, despite bags and bags of blood transfusions. It just wasn't enough." Chrissy revealed that she and her husband had already named the baby Jack and added, "He will always be Jack to us. Jack worked so hard to be part of our little family, and he will be, forever." Hours later, Chrissy tweeted, "Driving home from the hospital with no baby. How can this be real?" Chrissy and John are parents to two children, 4-year-old daughter Luna and 2-year-old son Miles. Chrissy's third pregnancy was first teased in John Legend's music video for the song Wild, featuring Gary Clark Jr., which was released on August 13th. Chrissy then confirmed the news by posting a short video on Twitter and showing off her baby bump. The third pregnancy was a huge shock to Chrissy, who conceived both of her children via IVF treatments, and a source told People magazine that Chrissy and John never thought it would be possible for her to get pregnant naturally. However, the pregnancy proved to be a difficult one, and earlier in September, Chrissy revealed she was on a 2-week bed rest. Chrissy continued to suffer pregnancy complications and had to be taken to hospital for excessive bleeding. Sadly, she suffered a miscarriage and decided to share the painful news on social media, hoping to break the taboo surrounding miscarriages. Chrissy's brave decision to document her loss has been met with messages of support and gratitude. Lawyer and author Jill Filipovic retweeted Chrissy's post and wrote, "So many families suffer this kind of grief in silence. My heart breaks for these two, and I'm also in awe of their strength and their insistence on telling these tragic but all too common stories." Another Twitter user wrote, "There's an inexcusable stigma around pregnancies that aren't joyful and easy or end in suffering. Thank you to Chrissy Teigen for being so open about hers, so others feel less alone." The comments have been overwhelmingly positive, with most people agreeing that nobody has any right to comment on how a mother shares her miscarriage experience, especially when 1 in 4 women have experienced one. However, Chrissy and John's decision to share the sad news with the world has also drawn some unbelievably heartless comments. Some social media users accused Chrissy for using her loss for publicity. One person even said Chrissy turned her tragedy into a photo op and added, "Some things are just not for public consumption." Another person on Twitter said, "I get grieving and understand a post, but she probably told somebody to take a picture of her while she's crying and then posts it online for likes. Pretty despicable stuff, to be honest." But the most disgusting tweet was the one posted by Errol Weber, the Republican nominee for Congress, who wrote, hoping that Chrissy Teigen and John Legend will reevaluate their thoughts on abortion after their heartbreaking experience. It's not a clump of cells. It's either a baby or it's not. Other Twitter users immediately called out Weber for his insensitive comments. One person told Weber he should reevaluate his soul for exploiting Chrissy and John's personal tragedy to make a political point at their expense, and added, "It's definitely too soon to talk about them and their pain. Find some compassion." Luckily, the messages of support for Chrissy outnumbered the hateful ones. A Twitter user from Kansas who revealed that she had had a miscarriage and an abortion to save her life wrote, "Both were heartbreaking. You can support both because each pregnancy is different with its own risks. That's why it needs to be between a woman and her doctor." How do you feel about people like the Republican nominee who use someone else's tragedy to score political points? Do you think Chrissy did the right thing by sharing the hospital photos on social media? Let me know what you think in the comments section down below.
I don't know if y'all know what happened, but
this was a great video. What do you guys think? Right? It was a well done, very well done. So now let's discuss this. This is a very interesting topic. I don't know what you guys think. This is so interesting. So here's Chrissy Teigen. She lost her kids, right? She lost the little baby to a miscarriage, and but she goes to social media to post it, and now she gets likes and dislikes on social media. I want to ask you guys, how do you feel about this? Is she capitalizing on the tragedy, or is she very sad and she wants to express, to have other people that maybe are struggling to do the same thing so that they can have another friend? Now we remember Chrissy Teigen, right, with the tweet that she had about kids, what she want to do to kids, right? The pedophilia tweets that she had. Maybe we shouldn't add that to this, right? Maybe we shouldn't. But the way I look at anybody, right? Like, if anybody have like a little, like, a mindset of pedophilia, I feel like it's because they are selfish also. Because you really don't give a damn about the kids' nature for allowing them to grow healthy. You care about your desire. So I believe that people that talk about, oh, I want to see kids in naked, I want to see, I'm going to the parking lot looking for young kids, those kind of people usually, like Jeffrey Epstein or Ghislaine Maxwell, those are the kind of people that are interested in their own desire. They care about their own thing. It's very selfish. So me, when I look at Chrissy Teigen, she posted this thing online, I have a trouble judging for this. Maybe you guys can comment on this. What do you guys think? She's posting online that she had a miscarriage, and she I don't know, maybe paid a photographer. Did you see the picture, the image of her crying on the bed? Who took the picture? Why take the picture? Like, I don't understand. So many people, when they cry, me, if I'm crying, it's an embarrassing thing. It's a very private thing. I don't want to show you that I'm crying. You know, so it does look a little fake. I understand the people that complain about this. But guys, let's not be tough on Chrissy Teigen too much on the miscarriage. This was a tragedy. But what I hate to say, and I hate to say this, I'm wondering, was it really a tragedy for Chrissy Teigen? Because it seems like she's capitalizing on it. She's put it on social media, and then she's getting a lot of tweets and likes and dislikes. You know what I'm saying? It's like, but there are people that are against her. Some people are too rough for her. Some people bring out back the tweets about that she had about the pedophilia tweets. She said a lot of things about kids, little kids, that she likes to see kids without clothes, stuff like that. She compared kids to a porn stars. Like, so when you look at a kid, you think about, she talk about those things. Some people even say that it's a karma that fall back on her. People really went hard on her. I personally feel you should stay away from this. I don't think, this is why I look at Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen said things on Twitter. She never hurt anybody. I mean, not that I know of. Let's keep it real. She never hurt nobody physically. You know what I'm saying? So she's no Jeffrey Epstein to what we know of. I'm talking about what we know. So let's not treat her like she's a criminal. Like, for example, if somebody have there's two kind of pedophile, right? Let's say somebody have pedophilia thought, and they post something on Twitter, and they say that they want to do this to this kid, and they want to. That's disgusting. We should bend those. I think that's what Chrissy Teigen's done. But she never really went after a kid and have a sexual relationship. Not yet, and not that I know of. I'm going by what I know. There's no record of her doing things to little kids, but she talked about it too much, which is kind of suspicious. But Jeffrey Epstein did it. He talked about it and he did it. He made it happen. So that's worse. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna outcast Chrissy Teigen totally, you know, out of the society. The way I look at Chrissy Teigen is that she has very evil thought. And remember, I don't know if you saw the other video I had where she couldn't sleep. She had demonic dream, like nightmares, and she went to sleep in the other room. I don't know if you saw that video was very weird. And so that's where we are with Chrissy Teigen. So for me, it's like, okay. So yeah, that's basically where I was. Like, and what the Republican senator, the politician, I think he's trying to score political point. Politicians should stay away from that. You know, you stay away from that. The politician, that guy, I didn't like that. But guys, I have to say this. That's the one thing that bothered me, and I agree with the tweet. That's the one thing. She took a picture of her crying by the bedside. You told a photographer to take a picture of you. Oh, let me post that picture on my Instagram, on my Twitter. That's what happened. You know, it's not by mistake that the picture is on Twitter. You wanted it to be on Twitter, you know, so that people can say like or dislike. And I think that's like, it looks superficial. It doesn't look real to me. It doesn't really look genuine. Guys, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, and remember that I related Chrissy Teigen to Ghislaine Maxwell because there was a suspicion that they went to the island of Ghislaine Maxwell. So all those elites, they have their problem. So guys, I just want you guys to understand that. Please subscribe to my channel. Let's do more. Talk about this. If you guys want me to talk about something else about this, but it's very interesting, all those topics. Maybe Melania Trump also is an interesting person. But yeah, so let me know what you guys think. Thank you.